Hi everybody, it's Tracy here. So I'm going to share with you my second Dollar Tree junk journal for Halloween. It was actually a challenge over on Facebook in Cara, Brandon, and Friends group. And I did actually do one, but this is my second one and it didn't meet it by the deadline because the deadline was the 30th and today's the 2nd. But I wanted to do it anyways. And 2 days ago, I posted a video that I was going to create this. And the paper pad that I used in it was this one here that I actually had inspired me. I got it at Michael's. I didn't really use a whole lot of it, but at the same time I did. So this is what inspired it. And I did not pay that price because I never pay that price on their paper pads. I'm cheap. The cover is another Reader's Digest book. I just gutted these pages out and I kept those. And it's measures 7.5 by 5.5 and it has about a 1.5 inch spine. The front cover is one of those drawstring bags, backpacks, whatever you want to call them. I did go back to Dollar Tree, both of them, to see if I could get another one because I wanted to use more inside the book, and unfortunately they were all gone. So I just used with what I had. This will be going out in Happy Mail hopefully sometime this week to somebody who I think will really enjoy it. So there's 3 signatures in here with about 14 pages. Depending on if you consider envelopes or doilies pages. I do. So I just Mod Podged that on there. It wraps all the way around. And then this lace is something that I picked up at one of the many thrifting trips that I had this month. And next month I'm going to try, at least this month, to not buy any craft supplies like I did earlier this year. My one exception is adhesive. We'll see how we do. Earlier this year, it was $30, I think I spent. Anyways, so I fussy cut this little banner out on here, and I pop dotted it up. And you can see the pages stick out a little bit, but I think it gives it a little flair. They were up this high as well, but I trimmed them down. I didn't want to get too crazy on it. So you open up the front cover, and I just have some solid pink cardstock, and that I just tore around the edges on there. And then this little ribbon trim, which was actually from another project I tried to do for storage organization in my room, and it did not work out very well. And that actually will go clear to the back. It's a pretty thick ribbon. So the first signature, these actually I got them at Walmart, and it comes in a pack, like multi different colors, and that was also for some storage. When I was doing happy planners, I would put my different kits that I printed out in these. So I have lots of those. And this is trim that was on clearance at Joann's. And this is the Dollar Tree ribbon. Like I said, I did a video 2 days ago of the stuff that I had planned on using, but I did add some things to this that I found when I was going through my room. So there's a little tuck spot here. And this is one of the pages out of that paper pad. And then a couple doilies that I got those at Joann's a couple years ago. And then this here, I also share. This is paper. It's probably like 20 years old. Because I did sort and organize and purge my paper and cardstock earlier this week. And that's why this wasn't done by the deadline. And then this is actually a Project Life card that I found at the Goodwill as well. A little cupcake holder. And then this is actually the cupcake topper. And I just took the stick out of it on my Kool-Aid dyed paper. And then this is here, I just fussy cut it because I didn't want all the background color, but you can still kind of see it in there, a little journaling spot. I thought about putting some ribbon here, and I didn't do that. And a doily. And then over here, I just added some buttons. A lot of my buttons come from the Dollar Tree or Joann's when they have them, like buy 3, get 3 free or something like that. And then there's a little belly band here. And then this is another Kool-Aid dyed paper with some of the stamps that I got at Joann's on 50% off. I just noticed that this page is upside down, but that's okay. And the reason I say it's upside down is, I don't know if you can see that, but there's skulls on there and they're upside down. Anyways, so this trim I got at Joann's as well. And then this here was actually out of a different Halloween kit, and I had stamped image underneath it there, and it didn't turn out so well, so I just put that over top of it, tore around the edges and put that over top. And then a little flip up here with some purple tulle. And then this ribbon is actually, I've had it for quite some time as well. It actually had adhesive backing on it, but it wasn't sticking very well, so I had to add some adhesive. This here, whoops, this here is also from the Goodwill, or probably the Goodwill outlets, I'm going to say. I got a purple one and a green one, and there's like 36 yards on those rolls. I'll never use it, but I thought it tied in really well. And then this, it was actually on, like, you know, in the paper pads, they have different, like 4 different little squares you can cut out. Well, this was one of them, and I just fussy around it. I just tore around it. And another Project Life card here. And then over here, this is also from that paper pad. This, I think I actually got at Walmart a couple years ago. I may have gotten it at Joann's, I'm not sure. But I had a little bit of that left from another project I did a while back. And then the other doily page. And then another one of those cupcake baker papers. And when I put this on here, I didn't realize there was actually 2 there, and I couldn't figure out why it felt so thick, and then I realized that's what it was. I really like how this paper turned out when it dried with the Kool-Aid, and I did a tutorial on that as well. And then this ribbon I got at a local thrift shop here. I probably bought like 2 or 3 rolls because I just thought it was really cool, because it actually is, like, pops up there. This here was fussy cut, and it actually had another piece that went over, but it hung out too far, so I just cut it off. And then I cut around there. And then here's the other part of the envelope, the last page of my first signature, with more of the cupcake baking hole liner. And this actually has a little pull-out in it, and this was in my last video, and it's actually one of the boxes from the Dollar Tree, and I cut that out. I had planned on using the other one, and then I just ended up not doing it for some reason. I tried to make sure all the pockets in here also had something tucked in them, but that didn't happen either. So this is my second signature, and this is a double doily tuck spot. So there's this one here. And then this is actually part of that ribbon that I showed you earlier, and I just fussy cut around that. And then another Project Life card that is folded in half. More of that awesome ribbon. And then another Kool-Aid dyed paper. I think this one is the one that turned out the best out of all the colors I did. And then this one here I fussy cut out as well. And that one's upside right, unlike the orange one. And then another belly band, and this is actually out of a different paper pad. I don't know where it came from, but there's, so you could do that there. And more doilies. And this turned out really cool when it Kool-Aid dyed as well. I think there's a couple different colors there. And I fussy cut that tag as well. Excuse me. And then over here, so I had this orange ribbon, and I did a stamped image there. Thankfully, you can't see it too well, but it double stamped, so it looked funny. So I just fussy cut her out and put her right there. And then there's a stamped image there. More of that awesome ribbon. And then here, I did cut it in half so that it opens easier, especially with my stitching in there, but I didn't put anything in there. But there is some room to put something in there. And these I used in my last junk journal, and I Got that also from the Goodwill. I thought about putting something off of the strings, like some dangles or something, but I don't really have anything. More of that black trim. And then another cupcake liner. And just another little tuck spot there. And then these flowers, I'm not sure if I shared or not, but I got them at Hobby Lobby in the clearance section. It was like $1.50 for a pack of like, I don't know, 30 or 40, maybe more. And then more of that yellow ribbon there. I just cut it in half. See how vibrant it is? It's just like a pop. And then this tool, I bought it because I thought it was really cool, but I didn't realize it had all that glitter on there. And I think Cara mentioned that in her video too. So, yeah, glitter. That's the end of signature 2. And then this last signature, I'm not sure why, but I had a really hard time putting it in. It took me like 3 or 4 tries. These 2 were no problem. Easy peasy. But this one just did not want to cooperate. But I didn't let it win. So this is another envelope. And this is just the flap of the envelope. You can kind of see that my page is a little crooked, but I didn't realize it until I already had it stitched in and I wasn't going to try again. Another cupcake liner, and then another one of the stickers, it is actually a sticker, but it's the cupcake topper. Another tuck spot with the Project Life card. So, and I have the green and purple, and they, like I said, they came on a really big spool. It will last me a lifetime, more than a lifetime. And then more buttons, and then a belly band. And this is where I cut that other sugar skull out from. And another tuck spot here. And then this here, so I went to Puyallup earlier this year with a friend and her sister, and it's called the Great Junk Hunt, and I think they have it like twice a year. But anyways, I went to this booth and I got all this lace, and then when I got home and I opened the bag, I realized it had that yuck smell to it, so I threw them all in a produce bag, but I forgot to tie the produce bag, so I threw them in my washer. Well, when they came out, they didn't stink anymore, but they were all tied in a big old knot, and this is what I was able to salvage out of it so far. So produce bags work great to get that stink out, but make sure you tie the bag closed. More of those flowers from Hobby Lobby, and then I fussy cut that as well. And just another tag. And then more of that ribbon. And then this is actually, when I went back to look for another one of those drawstring bags, I couldn't find it, but I found this, and it's a scarf. And so I thought that would be awesome for this junk journal. So I just tore that, cut it and tore it, and it's another little flip up. I thought it fit perfect with this journal. Because that's kind of what I was going to do with the leftovers of that bag. And I do have a little bit, but not quite enough. Another tuck spot and a fussy cut there. Another Project Life card. And then more of that ribbon there. And then there's another belly band here. See, this color is supposed to be green, but you can't really tell. And then I fussy cut this. And another tuck spot. And then the back side of the third signature is the rest of that envelope. With just more Dollar Tree trim. And more of that black trim. And then the inside cover. Now, I thought about putting pockets on the inside, and it just didn't happen. But anyways, so that is my second Halloween Dollar Tree junk journal. And like I said, I'm hoping to get this mailed out later this week with a couple other things for Happy Mail for somebody. And I just want to say thanks for stopping by, liking, commenting, big thumbs up, and I have you all have a fabulous evening. Bye.